Alright, back again here in Suikoden 3, where nothing bad will ever happen.
We're just delivering a message.
We're delivering a message, we're having fun with a Sentai of Nights.
Yep.
It's all good time. Well, speaking of message, let's go deliver that message.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot how little floaty these controls are.
Yep.
I forgot to mention something. Could you go check out Lulu's stats and skills, actually, specifically?
Because Crumb's been playing a side game.
Lulu picked up a skill because he hit level 15. He picked up continual attack.
Oh, neat.
In this game, people will actually gain certain skills at certain levels.
That's a nice
He gains
touch,
his, I think, at level 15? Something like that.
That makes sense of the solid skills and the passive skills. That probably means Sergeant Joe picks up a bunch of level skills.
He picks up a couple, and I think Hugo's due to pick up one or two here in a little bit.
Anyway, we have a letter. Let's see a man about a letter.
As an aside, you know what's actually a surprisingly good, model for the effect of, or for the effects of bearing a true rune, is runes in Glorantha.
Yes.
I mean,
That would be King of Dragon Pass for people who are not familiar with what the world of King of Dragon Pass is called.
And here's the thing: is RuneQuest, the table game RPG in which Glorantha was first prominently featured, is actually bizarrely popular in Japan in a lot of places. Bizarrely because I can't find any particular signs of it predating something like D&D. I know it must have come after, but I don't know how much after. But
Hold on a second there. Hey, Loon. Loon. Sorry, wrong stream. Sorry about that, newbie. If you want to go to a place that you can train your people for skills and stuff, the previous place, Brass Town or Brass Castle, whatever, has a trainer in it.
And we can get there now.
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay. Sorry to cut you off there, Vinay. Go ahead.
Also, they only have a magic trainer.
No, they have a
where was
physical trainer. He's in the fort itself.
Right. So, in the Japanese, or in both versions of the ROM of FF6 or FF3 rather, the SNES version, if you go digging through the back-end stuff, and I found this through the website, the Cutting Room Floor, but there are a bunch of placeholder characters that you're ordinarily never supposed to see because you never really interact with them, and they get overwritten in the active save with relevant characters anytime you load them. But they're all named things like Humacht, Orlanth, or the Japanese character set equivalent thereof. They're all named after Orlanthi gods. It's weird. And I never expected to see it there.
Don't cry, Yuzu.
God, Joe's laugh. Don't get feisty, young man, says Hugo. To somebody maybe 3 years his junior.
Seriously, Sergeant Joe is my spirit animal.
Oh, he really is.
The thing I love about the animal people in the Suikoden games is how much they are just animal people. They're not people with animal features. They're just animals that have some 1 or 2 human features, and that's it. They're dogs that walk on their own, and that's about it. Ridley just has a dog-ass head.
See also Gengen, Gabocha, and Boris, who you should never be able to see unless you've done it dramatically wrong.
I mean, the better one of all of them is all the art from Suikoden 1, where they just look like dogs. They look like they just took a picture of a dog.
But then you wouldn't get characters who have sword, good sword, and great sword as their weapons.
Or Pebble, what is it? Pebble Stone Rock, or
something like that. Man, watching Loon try and use Tuta and just You know, 2 doesn't have that many bad characters, but then, you know, Tuta does exist.
Yeah, the thing is that, like, most of Tuta's stats aren't awful, but his HP growth is so abysmal.
Tuta cannot take a
He's
hit
like
for
8
anything.
years old or something like that.
He is
very
not
young.
old. Yeah.
But yeah,
So, yes.
and
I mean,
Loon attempted to use Tuta for like an entire session, and just every fight was Tuta getting knocked out immediately.
I think
by
I was the
hit.
one who suggested it initially because I tuned in for a session or two, and yeah, we saw how poorly Tuta's HP grew.
Which, like, Tuta has an interesting gimmick of comes with the medicine rune, so put medicine on them, but they just can't take a hit.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, the medicine rune itself is actually really interesting, and I don't know if it's properly a rune, because, like, there are a lot of quote-unquote rune slot occupying things that seem to just represent a character's inborn skills.
And I think that gets shown a lot more in
skills.
games like 3 and 5, where people have access to certain skills that other people either don't or to not that same degree. And that lets them show off their unique talents.
So, like, Bolgan's fire breathing is represented as a rune, but I'm not sure it is one as such.
I think that one kind of makes sense, as it having to be a rune.
I'm okay with him having that because it's more of a rune that most people would not find effective, but since he's used it for so long, it is an offensive weapon for him.
And that could very well also be the case.
Alternatively, you could, in lore, sort of do that by just saying he has a fire rune inscribed on his forehead.
Right. And it's just only expressed in that way. Or things like Stallion's Godspeed rune.
Yeah, which has been often mistranslated as being the true speed rune or something like that.
Because Shin can be rendered as true or as God or as a bunch of other things. But
that's right, the true holy rune.
Yeah, it's true holy rune, but it's just the Godspeed rune.
It's the Godspeed.
I mean,
so good.
The more thing for that is the localization for that is at the time nearly impossible because the entire name for that rune is like 50 characters long. It's like it's outrageously long.
Yeah, there are some constructs that compress really well to kanji and therefore really poorly or expand really strongly into English. And there are some like constructs from a linguistic construction standpoint that just sound unspeakably stupid in English despite not sounding that dumb in Japanese.
If you ever look up the actual Japanese name for Super Saiyan Blue, it's awful.
Yeah. There's some like super robot finishing moves that just have the dumbest fucking names in English.
A lot of them are names that are just going to be overly flowery no matter how you try to translate, just based on how it's actually supposed to be pronounced and stuff. Another thing is, even games like Pokemon have names for moves that are incredibly long, but then you just turn it into English and it's like Aerial Ace. That's it. That's all it is. It's just you're cutting with claws, but it's a very long name in Japanese, but in English it's just short.
Not to ignore people, in the chat talking about the trend of administrators inflating their own importance and pay to the detriment of their systems. Yeah, we'll get into that. Politics is definitely not going to be a minor thing.
Sir, I have every right to be here, sir. Sir.
Oh, Aerial Ace was Swallow Swing.
Swallow Swing, Swallow Tail, something like that.
Yeah. Well, so Swallow Swing is the rendering I've seen of it in Saga Frontier for Tsubame Gaishi.
At this point, I'm safe standing.
And Hugo's temper flares up a little here.
I gotta see how deep this goes.
I mean, he doesn't get a portrait, but in Suikoden 3, it is a lot easier for them to emote a little despite not having one. Welcome
Okay,
to
I understand
Culture
that this
Clash
guy's
101.
being incredibly annoying in terms of how we know Hugo works.
But he's
but-
not, like, unjustified in it.
He is actually doing a decent job of trying to defuse things up until that very last thing where it says, here you are treated like a child.
Yes.
Like, he was doing a reasonable job of it.
You can practically hear the guy pinching the corners of his eyes in frustration. The designated adult has ensured that they've done the best they can here.
Oh, I did go do the thing where you can ask for money from Chris's butler.
Butler?
I did it twice, and then afterwards, the butler, as you leave, the butler says, I don't know if these are just like the most forward people or just the rudest people I've ever had to talk to.
Oh.
Oh, it's you idiots.
Hey, guys.
Give it time. Give it time.
One day. One day.
You are-
St. Louis Knights will ride again.
You are in battle one day.
Did you get any appreciable money from that previous trip that you can use to sharpen weapons or
Absolutely not.
something? Cool.
We tried to avoid encounters, if you'll recall.
No, we didn't. We just didn't get into that many.
Yeah, no, when I went through the same place this previous week, I got all the way to the part where you fight 2 bandits without running into a single encounter.
Wow.
Also, then we had to spend 300 to sleep in an inn to progress the story.
Did Justin change its name at the end of Suikoden 2?
No, I think it still is the Joustin City State.
Okay. It's the Tehran Republic that changed. Or
Yes.
from Scarlet Moon Empire, right?
Right, because they're not an empire anymore.
Right.
The king is dead.
Oh, per Red Eye Flight, they may have. Are they the Dunan? Yeah, the Dunan Republic now. Rather than
Go
the
to bed.
Justin City States.
The game is telling you to go to bed.
Go to fucking sleep.
Give me fast travel, or give me death.
Vicky, where are
Nope.
you?
Not teleported in from Suikoden 2 yet. Yeah, Tehran is Suikoden 2, Dunan is Suikoden... Sorry, Tehran is Suikoden 1, Dunan is Suikoden 2.
I did not realize how much I appreciated the first game for giving her to you so quickly.
Oh,
Hang on, I'm taking an abnormal interest in Hugo's footwear.
Yeah, he's wearing
new
sandals.
tech, you can shove any NPC.
Oh yeah.
Sir.
I mean, he's wearing sandals, yeah, but, like, there's a huge number of sandal designs.
Also,
Right.
like, ankle braces? What are those?
Oh no, they all wear those kind of things. Those ankle bracelets. Look, he's
I
also
think they're
got some
called-
around his
yeah,
wrists.
yeah, yeah.
His bird also has them on. Sorry, Griffin.
Okay, they didn't actually make me spend money this time.
They couldn't, because you could have been caught into a failsafe where you didn't have enough money to do it.
Accurate. Then why'd they make me spend it the first time?
You didn't have to.
Yeah, no, I went to go to the place, and they're like, "Well, I guess we should go spend the
Oh
night."
well,
in the
you
inn."
could go walk outside and fight monsters or something there. This one though, that you were told you can't leave.
The light fellow butler was pretty alright.
Definitely knows some stuff that he's not letting on, but
He's a butler. You don't get to that position without knowing a thing or two. It's not like a trivial position. It's generally the like head of the servants in an important household.
well, it's more that I'm sure he knows some things that even Chris does not know.
Well,
Again, I haven't played this game in a long time. I'm barely past where newbie is.
right. What's that? Hang on. I've got a thing for this.
Oh, good. Steiner's coming.
You can hear him coming a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
If Steiner
I
was
think-
actually here, you would be dead.
Yeah, like, Steiner would not last 15 minutes in a Suikoden game. Virtually every faction would have him for lunch.
Oh, there's a face.
Ah, Leo.
There's 2 children and a duck.
But which one's the most dangerous? I don't know.
That just replace Grassy with Zeke, and they could be talking about Principality natives.
Fetties.
Betties. Calm down. It's called lightning. God. Innkeeper initiates cover your ass mode. Or they're just, like, trying to...
Be polite to the 4 armed people inside your inn that could
Yeah,
drag
but,
you
like-
in for no reason.
Leo commented, "We're not here to arrest them. We just want to ask them something." And we have immediately exited stage right out the window.
I don't know if there's an emulation. That's probably an emulation problem. It feels like that should just be void.
Yeah, because it should be opening onto the outside.
No, it looked like that in the original thing, and then
Okay, and they'll
look down.
only show you the street afterwards. Laters! Percival strongly evokes the feeling I would have in the analogous situation. If any of you have ever read the comic The Bride's Tale, there's a character who gives that same vibe off extremely strongly in a similar situation.
I mean,
I know heading for the gates is going to the right, but it's going to make you go the long way. I agree. I did the exact same thing.
Yes. Oh, I love this dialogue. Oh dear. This is some Aria of Sorrow-ass music. What the hell? Fortunately, only one of them is actual.
I'm sorry. We're here with the
Character limits.
You know exactly what those say.
yeah.
Zexen Kun and Zexen Inf. Infa and Inf. But this is good music.
Thank you for doing the exact same thing I did, which is, well, maybe I can put him to sleep.
I need to be cross at Loon sometime for permanently replacing anything of that sort with I need to break armor to avoid deflections.
Oh, that's right. That's a problem.
What's the problem?
You don't have your wind magic's B rank, so they get to attack you before you can put them to sleep.
Yeah, that'll happen. Oh, big damage coming from these boys.
Well, they didn't send absolute putzes after you.
Time to eat my lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's fine.
Meanwhile, Joe just keeps swinging.
Time to cast lunch on myself.
Torneko would be proud. Oh, come on!
Yeah, I hit twice.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Meanwhile, Joe does the exact same thing to the knight. all 3 downs are Joe. Good.
Oh, neat. Now you can quickly heal.
Let's do a little bit of manipulation.
Clever.
Kindness rain, though.
Yeah, you could just
he
kind
picked
of
up his third level spell. No, well, no, save it. Please save that.
Yeah, that's a battle spell.
Do we have everyone equipped with a healing item?
Yeah, they come pre-equipped with healing items.
Yep.
Right, okay. I just wanted to be sure.
Oh, you should check Hugo's skill set.
He's 20 now.
Hugo's skill set. Fortunately, the helm is not too
Oh
bad.
no, it's just more that it's something you can sell.
Yep. Hand for skills. Heavy damage. Continual attack.
He picked up continual attack.
I sure hope more soldiers don't come out and fight me.
So if you are pretty much just blitzing through the game and don't fight much in the way of random encounters and stuff, that fight you just did is one of the harder fights in the game.
Yeah,
I
because
mean-
those guys, as we saw, can fuck you up.
We almost lost.
Yeah, but if you get off Winds of Sleep on them, if they don't hit Hugo, you walk right over them.
Because as it turns out, they are indeed susceptible to sleep. Well,
Oh no.
2 nights
Sleep
this
is
time.
sleep is incredibly powerful in this game, more
4
so than a
nights.
lot of the other ones.
Oh! I know, it's 2 infantry, 2 knights.
Maybe this time.
Maybe this time.
You get someone in the way.
Yeah, I was gonna figure putting Lulu in the front rank of Hugo and his shared call.
I mean, this will probably work. Go get him, Lulu.
Oh!
Lulu might drop, but... Oh,
He's a champ.
Stick and move, Lulu. Holy balls.
I wasn't kidding.
Have a lunch.
Meanwhile, the other 2 just go to town.
No. Let me make sure he does.
Yeah. Destroyed!
We're trying to be diplomatic here.
Those were diplomatic backstabbings.
Yes.
Ah, dang. I was hoping Hugo would hit 21.
Does he get another skill there?
No, he picks up a magic slot at that point.
Oh, that would mean a cast of
The Shredding.
the best named spell in Suikoden.
The shredding.
The Shredding.
Sir.
It's a big honking axe you got there.
He's a big honking guy. I think we might be punching a little above our weight class at this point. I like this dialogue.
What?
Things have been happening. So, like, our camera has been locked on.
Yeah,
You
no,
go.
no. I know.
Oh boy.
Are you now? Fortunately, we brought backup.
If you pick the top option, you actually get into a fight with them. It is very hard. Also, it only lasts for 3 rounds. Which it's theoretically possible to beat them, but you have to grind to an absurd degree.
Yeah, you're not meant to win that fight.
Obviously.
I think Percival in that fight, all he does is just spam kindness drops on himself.
Ugh.
So you have to either one-shot him or put him to sleep. Hey, they're mounted this way.
Yeah. No, I was trying to figure out the button.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Time for us to beat feet.
See what I mean about the bracelets on Fubar's front legs?
Yeah. Seeing it here, they look more like bracelets. In that weird zoomed out version, they look real goofy. He is part cat.
God, I love this Griffin.
Why do I get the feeling Sergeant Joe just got sassed real hard?
Lulu. Please stop being a child for 5 minutes.
I'm not sure he'll stop being a child for another couple years.
Oh, hit the auto already.
I mean, it's like a...
It means we're not getting much in the way of anything for these anyway.
Well, you still get the SP, or the skill points, the same either way. It's more that the experience will be cruddy, but who cares about the experience? It's more the... Gotta make the skills good.
I mean, at this
The
point...
numbers gotta go up.
At this point, the SP that we're getting probably isn't worth it either. Now, herbs. Herbs I can get behind.
Mm-hmm. Just got to see if they've refreshed.
Theoretically, if those items that you could find here on the ground, if you leave them alone, they get better and later on in the...
Yeah, I remembered that.
That's also one of those who cares kind of moments.
Yeah.
For my own education. I just want to see it. Yeah, it's like 5 skill points.
A little bit more to the people who get the kill. If you get a kill, you get a couple extra skill points per one. So, for example, if you fight the 6 little...
Not glowing.
Yeah.
If you fight the 6 little, like, hollyberry enemies or whatever, and have Fubar hit him with a tornado, he'll gain, like, 12 SP. Case in point.
Hollyberry.
An elf.
This is animation I take forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying you should do it, I'm just saying that that is the thing you can do.
But elf, though.
I haven't actually seen the Holly Elf. I didn't know that it was here. You are a monster.
Elf survives.
Get out of here.
Elf's gonna get hit by a 400-pound, yep,
Yeah.
however heavy that bird is.
This isn't so much an actual elf as, like, a forest sprite.
A felf.
Fake elf, yeah.
Oh.
Mid-blossom herbs, you say?
See.
B's good. B's worth it at this point.
B seems like it might be a little overkill at this point.
Absolutely.
Like D and C are still valid because we have 100.
I mean, D heals 100, which
yeah,
is
like,
already
and we have 150
fine.
at max health, so
Now
there's
if
really
we
no
get
reason.
some ancient herb for the
I have
economy.
been noticing that your HP values are slightly different than mine. Specifically, that Lulu is much higher than the rest of the team, when for me, they were all the exact same.
Huh. There's variance, maybe?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of variance in levels.
Neat.
This game has layers.
Much like an onion.
The Journeyman Crystal. Nah.
We got save states, we're fine.
The gerrymander crystal.
The Gerrymander Crystal.
And now it's time for more sensible ideas.
Textures, though.
You know, the unknown Manderville child. Jerry Manderville. Time for Joe to assassin. Meet us on the other side.
What's this game and the plot currently? So, Suikoden 3. Current plot is we are child of village chieftain of the grass people. We were sent to the local night brigade / Western European town to deliver a message of diplomacy. We delivered the message to the constituent, like a side person, because we would not be seen by the council members.
Yeah, representative of the council rather than a council member proper.
And then in the middle of the night, knights attempted to raid our room and kidnap us because apparently war has broken out again and they needed bargaining chips.
Yeah, war were declared, so they wanted to take the diplomatic party captive so as to attempt to negotiate a truce. Because they said some words about their knights currently being surrounded by grassland troops. Which seems extremely odd given as we were sent here to essentially formalize a peace declaration.
Books. Book set. Skill hammer.
Yeah, we could afford to raise that above E if we want to use.
We'll get it to D. He's got points to spare.
Yeah,
Don't need to raise that.
just max out Sergeant Joe's water magic.
Where is combat teacher?
I mean, Lizard Business, you say JRPG politics, but like politics in 90% of JRPGs I've seen are hilariously simplified compared to what Suikoden gets into.
So, Crumb, you said that there is a weapons tutor in here?
Yeah, so it's in the castle proper area.
Which we just walked through previous visit.
No, to the right. It's in this next section.
Right,
I don't know
which-
if you can reach it, though.
We just walked through in previous visit.
Yeah. So I think if you try to go to the right or left here... Yeah, try to go up those stairs. You might be able to get around to them.
Damn.
Big might. Yeah, that's the problem.
Is it you?
No. He's on a place you can't reach right now, unfortunately.
I've got info. Good to know. I have no idea who that's referencing, like, at all.
What? Sorry, I wasn't looking.
Dude in a white shirt defeated an enemy by somersaulting.
Strange.
I'm here for lunch. Super pickles.
Yeah, you can't reach the dude, unfortunately. That's okay.
A pickle to go even further beyond.
This guy's a little scrawny at the moment, apparently. Pickle squared. Oh
yeah. I can get behind General Leo.
Is this the main course equivalent of clamato they're preparing or something?
I'm extremely late at night. Please insert soup.
I think spicy clam tomato soup could be alright. Hello?
Ma'am?
Lulu's expression here.
Looks like that cat making the long face.
Can we just appreciate this donkey right behind them?
Problems.
Ruh-roh, Raggy. And the entire party just holds their breath and looks the other way. Oh no. Chase it! I do like that little bit of
just personal.
incidental
What the fuck?
dialogue. You don't seem thrilled about this. Why the fuck would I be thrilled about this?
And they didn't have to put that in, which is great
Yup.
that they did.
Yeah, like I really like it when they do that. Now that they've got the space for it, they might as well. Soundtrack, this is serious. Simmer down.
Oh, you know.
And I think I feel for Leo's normal day not being hunting down children.
Here in Perfectly Wacky Times, Suikoden.
Mm-hmm.
What? What?
Don't worry about it.
We built a secret escape into the fireplace as a joke. I mean, most ash chutes don't dump into catacombs. This is like a sally port of some kind. Fenfel, Sergeant Joe is extremely serious. When we said he's the designated adult of this group, we weren't kidding.
No good.
He's the designated me.
God.
No way, he's too responsible for that.
Back of my throat has been itchy all day. It's been driving me crazy. Oh boy, these guys are back.
Hey!
Hello.
Megawakis, apparently.
Time for beam.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about. See, they just do slashy things. Why would they ever beam?
Blue's
Fire
having
the
time.
mega particle cannon.
And they
Sergeant
deal
Joe
less
gives no fucks.
damage than knights.
Look. Mega particle cannons are one. Like, nice.
These guys have a lot of health. I didn't remember them having this much HP.
They'll have a lot of health and a lot of animation.
They're probably almost dead, though.
Yeah, these are another enemy type that I think worked better in Suikoden 2, where they could run several of the animations in parallel.
Yep. Hit him again.
Yeah, we'll be fine, right?
Sure.
Well, except for the fact that he missed that one turn, so...
Gurk.
Whatever, the other two got this.
Berserk!
Yep, surprise. Anytime Lulu goes down, Hugo will go berserk.
Yeah, this is something that existed in 2 and I didn't actually know about until,
Your deeper dive into...
yeah, looking into a couple mechanics. There's a lot of... They call them bonded characters that will react when certain characters get injured. One of the really funny ones is because there's a lot that like kind of makes sense or will hint at deeper relationships. Sheena will get berserked if any female character gets knocked out.
Yeah, he will also take hits for any female character, I believe.
Sheen is also a pretty good character in his own right in the second game.
Yeah, he gets access to his rune slots alarmingly quickly.
Yeah, Yoshino and Freed is another one.
For obvious
Well, that makes
reasons in
sense.
that case.
Yeah.
They're married.
Which was that was actually the interaction when I was watching one of Loon streams that made me look it up.
But then there's stuff like a huge amount of the cooked food in that game grants beneficial status ailments or status effects that you can't really get any other way.
Like magic berserk.
Yeah, magic berserk can only be acquired via certain food. And you know, knowing that, having Hayo being pursued by the food mafia for stealing that recipe makes a little more sense.
It's time.
Oh, Breath of Ice? Okay, I was wondering what the heck you were doing.
This will end fine. We're defending. Poison now.
We've got antidote.
Poison, which is much realer in this game.
Could be worse. Could be Etrian Odyssey.
Oops.
He's fine.
Just auto attack, you'll be fine.
These are actually let go level.
Barely up is still up.
Yep. Now we just gotta heal up afterwards.
Now. Oh.
As we slowly sink
Yep,
down
I
that
saw
step.
that too.
Zero descends into place.
I think if you were
Lulu.
just going to use kindness drops on...
And we've got tons of medicine D. We can just heal up with that.
Yeah, also, we don't really need a kindness drop.
Poison in Etrian Odyssey was extremely fun when it was you handing it out like candy in Etrian Odyssey 4.
You have the ability to use Circle of Poison.
Yup. Arcanists are the best fucking class.
They are also broken. Focus fire.
God, I was so happy when we did the Etrian Odyssey round of tournament and like 3 players went, nope, that one dies first. Still a little sad the Imperial didn't get to do his thing.
I did a little bit of research into this. Aside from making their weapon wind element, it also gives it a 1.1 multiplier to damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that seems fair. It's not huge, but it's something. You only use it in long fights or else it won't be worth it.
Maybe it's 22 is when he gains shredding. It's around this time.
Megawaki.
Also, for folks in chat, never forget that for as bad as Poison in Etrian Odyssey was, there was a status effect that was even worse than that in Plague. Which was like Poison, except it killed you in like 2 turns rather than 4 and spread to your other party members.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, Duck's fine. Items are very fast, and that's a thing I can appreciate about the new like ATB-ish system. God, these things have a lot of health.
Really, these are the only new things in this area, I think. They'll be fine. God damn it, Lulu. Live.
It'll be fine.
No, it barely knocked him over. Oh well. You gotta berserk Hugo. He'll be fine.
Jesus Christ.
Do that more.
God, you have so much skill points, these.
It's a little unfortunate.
Yeah, if there's anything I have issues with this chapter, it's the low chance to be able to use your trainers to get, you know, better.
You know, let's keep that formation. Also, now we know eyes can't be put to sleep. Don't waste turns trying to put eyes to sleep.
Either they can't be put to sleep or they have a very high resistance to it where it's just not worth it.
What is this clown cheese music, though?
Man, I don't know.
I don't know why. It's playing while you're underground.
We're not going to run this storyline all the way through. We're hitting the end of chapter 1 and then switching to the other chapter 1's Cosmic Afro.
Yeah, we'll probably
least-
rotate the chapter ones.
I think that's a much better way to present the story.
Because a lot of them do happen at the same time.
Yeah. There is some degree of concurrency. They're not one-to-one concurrent, but there's overlap. There's our answer.
Yeah, EO
That'd be
Etrian Odyssey 1 had a magic skill that was just like 70% damage reduction, and also the game required it.
Yeah. The thing is, it was supposed to just be to elemental damage, but the different like attack types also counted as elements, so it was just flat 70% damage reduction to everything.
Pretty much you always put a heal in your party and beeline that skill.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel it in my hollow bones. You think? You think? Sergeant
He's
Joe.
not necessarily, because he's not flight capable. Fubar is far more likely to have hollow bones than Sergeant Joe is.
Looks reasonable.
Right back in there trying to get that skill trainer.
Nope.
No,
Won't
let's
work.
not get beat up by Zex.
And I'll save you the time. You can't go to Duck Village either.
I wasn't planning on it, honestly. Do you explore these fields at all, or are there any items around here?
There aren't, but I think there are different encounters here now that it is dusk.
Evening. Yeah.
Well, weirdness occurred, but time for an uneventful return to town.
Yeah, time to report back.
Oh dear.
It's fine.
It's the blacksmith. We already addressed this last time.
It's true, it is.
What in spirits?
Yep.
I get what you were going for, translation. Close.
Close. And Joe opts to not make fun of anybody because it's time to be serious.
Yeah. Here we go.
Rabbit has axe.
Dark.
Rabbit.
No, it's the upgraded rabbits because we fought the regular rabbits here the first time. You
We interrupted
lucky
that
jerk.
rabbit out of a cast. Oh no.
Dark. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah. I had to mute myself. I was laughing so hard when they first popped up because they give so much experience.
Yeah, alright.
Oh, a painting even.
Okay.
Hooray. Check out Joe. I think he might have picked up his next skill. There it is.
Chanting volume.
Volume. This is incredibly narrow. Why does he even get this?
It's saying that his runes can't be knocked out as easily.
Okay, it's not exclusively applied to the jungler.
I think. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, it's a street performer.
Jungler.
It might just be juggler, but I'm reasonably certain it's a street performer or something.
Jungler.
Obviously French.
Or dark hair.
Okay, it is juggler then. That is a lot of damage. Nope, it is apparently exclusively juggler.
Nope, it is. Yep, I just looked it up.
Yep. And then, well, the only context in which I'd encountered it.
Time to
Yeah,
get a juggler
not-
rune on him.
It is theorized that it was supposed to be magic repel, but it was the wrong thing picked.
Ah,
Well, we're huge.
Yeah, you just gained 6, 7 levels just for 2 fights. It's a pity you didn't run into the rare encounter here.
what the hell is the juggler rune? Not good. Not good is what it is.
So who's ready for the game to immediately remind you that... Yes, this is Suikoden.
In case the St. Loa Knights lulled you into a false sense of security.
I think that's specifically why they're there.
Yeah, I'm sure that is.
You don't even have to do that side quest. You could just stay in the Inn 3 nights and ignore it.
Seriously?
Oh, huh.
Yes.
Ruin has come to our village.
Hello, Lulu, and your different portrait.
Game face.
I'd like to point out Lulu is doing the worst thing possible at this point.
He is a child.
Soundtrack's bringing its A game, I see.
This is a good shot turning the corner there.
Yeah. You picked the correct option for this to happen.
Only one choice here.
No, the correct choice is to pick dodge.
Oh, yes. Yeah, if you can't tell by this point, you are not meant to win this. I think you can?
You can. You can absolutely win this.
Man, my reads are completely wrong.
Do you get anything in particular for winning this?
No.
Nope. It also only goes on for 3 rounds. So if Newbie had lasted through, it just would have been a draw there.
Does the scene change if you do win this?
Nope.
All
Nope.
right.
I don't think anything changes at all.
Damn. I'm genuinely a little disappointed because I absolutely adore when JRPGs do change things like this when you win. With, I think, Tales of Destiny being the high point of that.
Also, yeah, this is a really good moment as well of, like, alright, so you've played for, like, what, 4 hours, including how long the first session was, and, like, all the portraits were the same, and yeah, the models have been expressive, and then you get here,
and we've seen, like...
Yeah, like 3 different portraits for Hugo.
Yeah, this
Hugo
portrait
had a
is as
sad
far as...
one. He's got his angry portrait, and then Lulu had his It's Serious Time portrait.
Mm-hmm. And... as I've said before, I really like the portrait art here. And yeah, Hugo attacking this armored knight with a knife is probably not the best plan. Take your horse out.
If she wasn't on a horse, he'd have a reasonable shot at it.
Right, but you know.
Horse combat, it's real.
The frame rate does not like this scene at all.
Nope.
The emulator is dying.
Yet another moment of Sergeant Joe being correct.
Yeah, Joe...
Get used to it. He knows what he's doing.
Joe called this one on account of... if he had taken Chris's horse out at the knees, I'm pretty sure everybody in that scene might have died.
Yes.
They had an archer.
Oh, no. I mean, if we'd taken Chris's horse out, Hugo might have put a knife in Chris's neck, and then both of our characters would have gotten killed.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people would have died real fast.
Which, I mean, would be a hell of a fake out for the start of a Suikoden game.
Oh, yeah.
And frankly, I'm a little disappointed on some level that it didn't end with that kind of bloodbath, but,
Nah.
still, there's a bunch of stuff notable by its absence here.
Yeah, I don't know if you can notice, but his arms are shaking.
Oh, yeah. You say pretty wild choice to kill a game-connected character, so they killed Ted. They kill Odessa in one.
Odessa's a better example. She's the big head of this, slight spoilers for people who play the game, for this resistance movement, and then she dies. Like half an hour after you get her, or meet her.
Pole is the guy at the mercenary camp, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, the difference with 2 and the Unicorn Brigade is that it's there for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Only, I think, 3 people actually make it out of the Unicorn Brigade.
And one of them's Roud.
No. Of the very beginning.
Oh, I see.
People besides him.
Who? What?
There's a third person who gets away. You don't really realize it's Nash.
Oh.
He was there.
Oh, that's probably, Suikoden. I did look into translation patches for streaming that stuff.
Good luck.
No, I mean, they exist, and they're very easily findable, but then I looked into the games, and they are just visual novels.
They're visual novels.
Like, there's apparently some gameplay, but they are very hard visual novels, and I don't think that would stream very well.
Right.
You need to have the right mindset for that kind of stuff, both going in and for the audience as well, and that's not doesn't really translate easily.
Meanwhile, it's serious time here.
Yeah, he's laying down the science.
Mm-hmm. And while Joe is saying this, the message I'm getting away from this is better not to engage in war. Just knife them in the neck while they're sleeping or something. Much easier that way.
Fair fights are for suckers.
It's true. Never get in a fair fight. Ever. If someone attempts to engage you in a fair fight, kick them in the junk and run.
Chapter 1.
End of chapter 1.
Let's read bio.
It's the summary of chapter 1.
Oh, neat. Sword is generous. Well, and now to get the rest of the story.
What? No, and now for somebody completely different.
No, that's what I'm saying. But why exactly did these things occur? We may be asking.
Sometime earlier.
Is this pre-rendered?
I think so.
It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, this looks completely different.
I honestly thought you were going to do our third option next and leave Chris for last, but fair enough.
This is how I feel like is the best ordering.
I guess we can leave the best character for last.
Also,
I 100% agree. Leave the other guy for last. There are reasons.
hello, Tot.
He's a squire.
Not sure why he's wearing armor.
He's a squire.
No. Let me finish. While he's just preparing stuff like that, but at the same time,
Why is she wearing armor inside?
that might be ceremonial stuff.
I assume it is for him, too.
If it's ceremonial, he should be wearing a lot more then.
No, fair enough. Our spare Knights of the Round Table, apparently.
They're dead.
Yep, and yeah, we are like eyebrows deep in politics.
Hello, Loon. Welcome to the start of chapter 2-1.
We're going to go start collecting the 5
1-2.
mystic animals that have been missing forever by standing in certain positions out in the field.
Oh, no.
I believe you mean we're engaging in political posturing for the benefit of the council.
So, yeah, we just wrapped up the...
And drinking tea.
Yeah, Hugo storyline, chapter 1. Breaking up with character 2, Chris. Because, for those getting hosts over from Suikoden 2, not familiar, Suikoden 3 has multiple main characters. And it kind of does a lot of in-parallel storytelling.
A lot of different point of views.
And more politics.
Also, for those of you unfamiliar, welcome to Suikoden 3. It's 3D. The 3's for 3D.
And as people have stated in several different places, this game tries a bunch of things.
It tries a lot, for better or worse.
Yes, but I appreciate it for trying so much and not just being lazy. Does it all work? No.
But I would
But
appreciate.
enough of it does that it's still good.
Try. And yeah, they made enough of it stick.
All right, good intro. Actually, chapter 1. And we're out of pre-rendered cutscenes. You can visibly tell. Ah, Victor. Thank you for the follow. So here we have Chris and Lewis.
Yep, her squire.
As we get to, I do appreciate that. For the most part, the very generic, more Western names are generally assigned to the Western villages or cities.
Fair. I mean, Hugo didn't necessarily have a name that isn't Western.
Yeah.
To an extent, yes.
As opposed to, say, Luce, Lulu, Jinba. That family all had sort of distinctively foreign-sounding names.
The Baratheons?
Yes, clearly.
It's a golden stag on black background.
All right, fair. But I think this predated Game of Thrones?
It might have.
Also, let's be real. There's going to be some backstabbing.
It's politics.
I love it. I love it so much.
Clearly, this is a reference to Fire Emblem Three Houses. Of course. How could I not have seen it?
Zaxxon's a wiener. Gonna trade with them. Us?
It's a rotating backstab.
It's true. It's the backstab go round.
You see the table circular.
I think it's actually an octagon.
It's the PS2. They couldn't pull off an actual circle.
Pretty sure they could have.
Do you suppose the council had Lewis take Chris's sword so they'd minimize the chance she stabs one of them? Because I kind of suspect that may have been the origin.
I think it was less that they did it, more that Lewis did it, because it's one of those, I don't want my boss getting arrested. Let's just take this now. Also, can we just appreciate this guy on the left's massive mutton chops?
Mm-hmm.
That is a powerful choice of facial hair, sir.
One thrust. 7 enemies. You can't even fit that many enemies in a battle. That's clearly fake.
No, you can
That
fit
is a
7.
Chinese
I think 7 is
classic
actually the
clip.
max, though.
Also, this good response of, I'm not old enough for there to be legends, please. I've only been in the army for 5 years.
I think the knightly order is a little separate from the army proper.
I don't actually know how old she is. I think she's like 20-ish. Let's find out. I'm prepared to be disappointed.
Judging by Lewis, they get started early in her business.
Also weird. The Western Town constantly refers to the grassland people as barbarians. Almost as if they didn't have any intention of diplomacy.
She is 22.
That's around what we guessed.
It's actually a little bit older than I was expecting.
Yeah, 5 years, assuming she started at like 17 or something. Fair enough.
She started much earlier than that.
All right, like we said, Lewis indicates that they started early, so she's been at this for some time. It may very well have been. She's been at this for 10 years.
So, this is an important note as well. Not all the grassland people are
right.
humans.
The Karaya isn't the whole of the grasslands.
Yeah, or that they're humans. The lizard clan are part of it. The
Yeah.
duck clan are part of the grasslands.
And then there's the Karaya, the Chisha, and at least... So duck, lizard, Karaya, Chisha, and at least 2 others.
Yes.
Because they talked of the 6 clans.
But
Chris has reservations.
Fuck politics. Hey, I want to bury our captain. No, no, no. That would remind them that we can bleed. We can't have that. Or is this for your own needs? I will, and you're lucky I don't have my sword.
Yeah, I will end you would be the natural response.
I don't know if they've named the goddess yet. They just said goddess.
Yeah. Die? Well, that was quick.
Hey, do a good job and eat shit.
Well, I mean, the council already knows that Chris will be an enormous pain in the ass if they leave her in her position in the long run.
Too accurate. Good attention to detail. She is storming out, but
She's strapping her sword back on.
strapping the sword back on.
And just razum-frazum grumbling as she storms out. It's so good. Yes,
Well, I
boss,
don't
right
like
away.
Chris as much as I like our third main character that we haven't met yet. I do appreciate her quite a
Yeah,
bit.
Chris is not a bad main
yeah,
character. And if you weren't next to Ghetto, she'd come off better.
Chris isn't bad, but generally due to the writing and just general personality of the character, she is the third favorite of a lot of people.
Yeah, the thing is that she's like reserved by nature and by position because she can't fly off the handle given as she sort of has to be the leader of the knights, which means that she'll restrain herself in a lot of circumstances where I get the strong feeling she would really rather not.
Okay, let's get a look here. Level
So
20.
she starts at level 20
She's
on account
trained.
of has been at this for like 10 years.
And you'll note a lot of her skills are innate. She doesn't actually have that many learnable skills.
Not innate, because there's only 2 skills that are triangle locked, right?
No.
Or is it the other way
The
around?
flat ones are the ones that are just hers.
Yes,
I
There's
see.
no
These
triangle,
are learned.
She just knows it.
Oh,
These
okay,
are taught.
accuracy and one other are.
Yeah.
What does the Phoenix Rune do?
Give me a moment. So
Bad
parry.
things.
So, okay, yeah, that's parry. Speed, swing, direct attack. Armor protect is raises. So armor is just better. This just makes your armor better.
It makes your armor better, yeah.
We got Phoenix Rune.
It's a worse Falcon Rune.
Yeah, it's maybe a variation on the Falcon Rune.
You can also look at her equipment here.
A fragment.
Because she's got some.
She has
stuff
good
on.
armor.
She has really good gear on, which makes sense since she's ahead of the order. Also, you might want to pay attention to how much money you have.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
She generally is not want for cash.
I mean, she's the scion of a well-known rich family.
I think you can actually go upgrade her equipment right now, but if you want,
What
you don't
if?
have to do it
Sharpen.
right now.
As long as we're here in Vinay Del Zexa.
How sharp can you make this sword?
I think
7? 7.
While I have excess money.
Before the game takes it all away.
The game is clearly taking this money. How many runes can I buy?
Just
You
load
don't
your
need to buy
pockets up with them.
Any of them, but you could. I do like that the shopkeepers say something different because
Yeah,
you are.
because you're not a rando off the street. You're somebody with a name. And
Notice it says allies 2 on water.
Yeah.
2 allies have a water.
That is a hint for what's coming up.
As it turns out, you have a party in the waiting. Give me an earth rune.
Give me one of each.
Yeah, you don't need a water, but the wind and earth might not be a bad idea.
You know, just for reasons.
I mean, once we get the full setup, we can see who we want to slap one onto.
I like how Chris's like neutral pose has the angry eyebrows. Wait, commerce.
You could
Chris
do
has the
commerce,
funds for commerce.
or you could not do commerce because you don't. Who cares?
Fine. I'm just saying.
The economy. You fools.
The economy. Not the war economy necessarily, just the regular old economy.
Oh, now that you can access it, the place in the middle of town, I forget what it's called, the council meeting or whatever, has tutors inside of it. So if you want to, you can go there to train, but I don't think you really need to at this point. Also, it might not be a bad idea to wait for your whole team to show up.
She already hits harder than Sergeant Joe. Simmer down, newbie.
She's a really good character.
What if the numbers are bigger? Hello. Ma'am. The lottery.
Yeah. Chris is too upstanding to use the lottery.
The lottery. Yeah, this weird like walk cycle where like her body is completely stationary.
Yeah, she's a little
I can't
sad.
imagine she can bend her torso a lot in a breastplate.
Sir, I intend
surprised.
to take part of the economy.
I mean, if it's one rigid piece, it will be difficult.
Sure, you can buy the deer antlers. Yeah, just don't buy like everything ever. All right, we bought candles and deer.
Candles are very cheap here.
It's true.
If they had crystal balls, that's actually what I was coming here for. Because we know those sell for like 8,000 in Duck Village.
You know, you could actually go to the armor shop and see if they have a rare buy there that might be really good.
Now you're thinking.
Most of the time I'd say don't even bother, but who knows? You got the money.
Now we're thinking with working capital.
Thanks, Dominic.
Nothing in the rarities.
And all
And
their
his
armor
the
is
regular armor
garbage.
Garbage compared to what Chris has on.
She's got new armor. That is a massive boost to her defenses. Yeah, so we've already seen the three of the different weight classes, which is leathers, which is what Hugo wears, chainmail, which is what people like Sergeant Joe wear, and plate, which is what Chris wears.
And is actually represented with the 3 main characters, because I think Godot wears...
I think he wears chain.
Yeah.
Makes sense. That would be sensible for someone who is often in the field moving around, not mounted on a horseback, to have reasonable protection.
Home sweet home.
It's Geddou. Godot.
O-E.
OE.
O-E. Sorry.
Yeah, like waiting for Godot.
Time to nap. In my armor. Remember Melville?
I do remember Melville and Alanis.
I should see if he's around town.
Chris doesn't know the password to get in.
Yeah, they very well could be there.
Oh, and the Chris, who I think just gets a full party.
Yep. Plus her own Hector. See if you can guess which one of these clowns is the Hector.
Solid. Boris.
Oh boy.
Boris, who I can't remember how this game goes down 100%, but if you told me that he betrays you, I'd believe it.
He has some
It's the
serious
attack eyebrows. Yep, it's the attack eyebrows.
And medieval haircut here. Actually, a lot of these guys have some pretty powerful eyebrow game going on.
An elf who is actually a good guy,
Yeah,
though
he's-
is quite abrasive, because as we saw during the Hugo scene, he literally just leans over to Hugo and just goes, "Be careful, remember that you're not at home anymore."
Yep. Yeah, he's kind of like rough, but he
Yeah,
hasn't.
he didn't say it in those terms, but he did. That was the essence of what he
that was the
saying.
sentiment he expressed. He
I
hasn't
can't-
really been.
I couldn't remember the exact phrase, but that was in essence what he was saying.
You're in a strange land. Be careful.
Son, we're pilgrims in an unholy land.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys supposed to be the paladins of Charlemagne, or?
Kind of.
They're the 6 knights. Can you not?
Guys, simmer down.
Guys, please.
Salome's on her side, apparently. And yeah, there's a mixture of, like, a bunch of famous knightly bodies here, because, like, Bors is, I'm reasonably certain, a reference to Charlemagne's knights and not,
Yeah.
Oh, maybe-
Boris, yeah. Bors is Arthur.
right. And, you know, Roland obviously was the...
Oh yeah, the Song of Roland.
Oh, okay. We're down 2 knights because they're the ones that
Yeah,
came after Hugo.
we don't have a Stulf, or a Stulfo, or however you want to render it.
Now he goes
He's not
right back
nearly
into town
fabulous
and
enough for that.
sharpen all our gear.
This is not a joke. We have way too much money. This is the best thing to do.
We have way too much money and several characters to kid out.
Oh, right.
Hello. I will so tell you right now, Roland should not be in the front row. Oh God,
He is
why?
an archer. Please God, do not leave Roland in the front row.
All right, so we don't have any unite attacks.
No,
Not
I
yet.
don't think so. I forget who works best in which positions, but I do know that Boris is a front row boy, and I think
Boris is front row,
Salome-
Chris is front row, Roland is back row, and Salome is a caster. You can tell.
He's a caster, but he can go into either position.
I mean, he's one of those rare plate mail casters, and we can take a look at their stats.
He is a cleric.
Right. Man, does that mean he has a staff that sticks to snakes?
I hope I wish.
Oh, so
cool.
do I. So bad. The
Alright.
Great Hawk.
So Roland, yeah, he has Great Hawk, as most bow users generally do. Sharpshoot. I don't think you can. Oh, I forgot to do this.
Yeah, Roland only has 2 innate abilities.
Yeah, but he has damage and
only elf
repel, which
among
is
6
also
months.
fine.
Admittedly, the elves don't.
is something that's on most ranged units. It's their ability to attack from a distance.
Funneling the mad
He
into
has this long explanation, swordsman of rage, all that stuff.
Rune, Sword of Rage. Yep,
And
the
then
only elf among the 6
Just
knights.
only elf.
Well, I mean, it's pretty distinctive. Oh, these character portraits are fantastic. And there is a lot of variety when the scene calls for it.
Shield magic.
Shield Rune.
Yeah, surprise.
Shield Rune.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a shield.
He doesn't have it, but he does also have water magic. You can specialize in multiple schools.
You'll find a shield room eventually.
Yeah, so Sword of Rage, it's just fire, sword rune.
Yeah, it's the sort of Cyclone equivalent.
He's actually pretty good with
They
magic swords, too.
they nerfed Great Hawk in this game. Great Hawk used to be half damage,
Right,
and they brought it down 0.1.
0.4.
Yeah, 0.1. From
Oh, they
0.5
brought
to
it down
0.4.
by 0.1, not 2.1.
Sorry, just got a message in chat of Sup Lewis.
I saw that too. I was gonna say it, but I'm glad someone got there. For me.
So, yeah, we were mainly talking about that, but not the right menu. Here we go.
I was kind of
So, support characters. They can actually do stuff.
so. Lewis here has 2 skills,
He has healing and cook. We'll jump into this.
but can we see his profile?
Hold that thought.
Okay.
So, healing is automatically fixed amount of HP heal at the end of fights. And, it creates food for monsters.
Dungeon meshy time. Go.
And then, yeah. Shield room. He learned water magic and is C, so pretty proficient at that.
Mhm.
And then also just has some generic combat moves. We've seen most of these. And then, yeah, sharpshoot. It's
Oh, wow. You have a lot of skill points on these guys. Hopefully we can find a place to use them.
healthy amount, yeah.
I think there is a trainer inside the place in the center of town.
Can't go into combat. He's
As-
too small.
As is, the case that you might expect. The Saxon Knights are not about to let this actual child into combat, even if he is currently in training for it.
Training, yes. Actual combat, no.
Right. I mean, even if they were so inclined, he's Chris's apprentice, and I don't think she's gonna let this actual child into combat. And may, in fact, shout at him if he tries.
Oh, at this point he knows not to.
No. He's probably been there for a while, I think. Since, I don't know how long she's been the captain, but she's been a knight for a while, so. These
Sorry,
guys are still
Are you
at
sure
it.
you guys don't want to just join? Could you join? Could you join, please?
Hello? This cyborg 007 looking man.
009.
Isn't 007 the guy with the huge nose, though?
Nope, that's
That's
two.
002.
Oh, excuse me, my bad.
That's Hawk. I forget what his actual name is.
Right, because they all do have given names. It's just they got kidnapped and turned into super fighting robots.
Jet.
Jet.
Jet,
Thank
you, yes.
Something appropriate for a person who likes to fly.
Or Roland from the Zelda Link to the Past comic.
My lord, your pizza is here.
Forge.
That image. A night bow, eh? You don't say.
That's a big upgrade. It might upgrade to something
Boom.
else. It did.
Moon bow.
That's why.
Is it gonna be dry next?
No, it doesn't look like it's gonna upgrade.
No, guess not.
Mace. Mace though is gonna upgrade.
Good honest mace to the head.
Blessed Mace.
Actual
Yeah,
cleric.
Rick. He was already level 6. Look at those attack values.
God, they're huge.
Arrow.
No, look how similar
one-handed
they are.
sword. Mace. We don't know what she uses.
We've
This
seen
is
her
a
use a
sword.
sword.
This is a sword. This. We're not too sure.
We're not clear on whether it's a sword or not, despite the fact that she's wearing a sword belted at her waist.
I don't think they need new gear, but you can always check to see if there's a rare.
But what does Augustine have to say to us?
Domino?
No, the guy
I
staring
already talked
wistfully
to
at
him.
the ocean.
Yeah, they all have. We didn't look at it, but they all. Ooh, hold
I
on.
mean, you could get gloves, but whatever.
Gloves for Boris. Oh, it's because he has a medicine.
Does he have a shield? Can he wear a shield?
No,
Nope,
I mean
none of these people can use shields.
Ah, weird.
There are very few shield users in this game.
the consistency
Weird.
of Suikoden games of there's like 3 people that use shields.
We have actually met one of them, but he went running off in the woods to pursue evil.
Oh, the Maximilian Knight. Good.
Just saying.
Another Squire Hammer.
I don't think anyone has an open spot.
Does Salome have an open slot?
And he's got the water rune already.
Right.
Yeah, we can't. Impossible.
Impossible! And we can't remove
Shame.
Chris's Phoenix Rune?
Nope.
It's a
Alright.
real damn shame you can't, because it's useful for like the first little bit, but then it quickly falls off.
Alright, well, weapons have been sharpened.
Can we go to City Hall
Again,
as
I think
Chris?
you can
asks
get
the
new
chat.
skills inside the main area, or at least train them.
Hi! No, you know what?
I
I'm real
wouldn't-
curious as to what this knight has to say to those children.
Oh, speaking of children. Yeah, tell us all about the bloodshed. Yeah!
Chris just glares balefully at you. Okay, so he's been telling them stories. Good, carry on.
Small
Oh.
children, could you join us, please?
Knights, come with me.
What the heck was that?
It was him saves dating, I assume.
No,
Okay.
no. I'm doing something else.
I
remember
think we can get into City Hall as
somebody
Chris.
mentioned how to remove the frame limit. Mainly
Are we
because
the police?
already moving around town is becoming a pain in the ass.
No.
You
she
didn't
knocked
write it down?
No.
dust and dirt off her boots. Good for her.
Yeah, give me one more second.
Hang on.
Italian American Jet Link. Oh man, I forgot that was his name.
You can toggle it on or off by pressing F4, suggests Google search. No, that's the PS1 emulator. Hang on.
Why did I not just go into hotkeys immediately?
I have no idea. Why didn't you?
Oh, because I don't know where that is actually. Alright, you know what?
So here we go. Set turbo adjust emulation settings GS to a value of higher than 100%. Use tab to enable turbo mode. Suggest this forums thingo.
Got it. That works. That makes the run speed proper, acceptable run speed.
Oh ho!
Stores? Do they have the economy? I see rare.
But what's in the rarities?
Eh. Ooh.
Ooh. Rose vase.
Have a rose.
Gross.
What?
No, just some of the stuff that you could buy.
Flame armor, though.
That's not worth it.
It's not. That's depressing. Yeah.
I'm sure I'm sure I will regret saying that like 10 hours from now.
We can buy the good stuff here.
I guess you could, but I don't know if you necessarily really need it.
They're
Except
so
for maybe
bad.
the winged boots. That I would actually say is a good idea.
Why the winged boots in particular?
Oh, it doesn't actually do what it used to in the old games, which is increase your speed or movement.
Ah.
And in that case, meh. You're fine.
Let's see what else they have to offer here. Runesmith. Alright, you sell the combat runes that are never worth it 9 times out of 10.
I think there's
9
like
times
2
out of
people-
10, they're never worth it.
I think there's like 2 or 3 people in this game who are worth using the combat runes.
I just love that Chris has the faintly angry eyebrows as a neutral walking around sprite.
I'm going to diplomatize and I need your strongest runes. Oh.
Oh, training.
Oh, she's cheering on soldiers. Got it.
Sir?
He'll be fine.
He's tired.
This is the magic tutor, I guess.
Yeah. Can he upgrade his water magic? I
Sure
guess.
can.
Teach me
I-
have B in water.
I wouldn't suggest doing the shield rune because he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
She's fine with magic.
Weird.
She's actually pretty good with water magic.
Weird that
Weird.
she takes 40 to put
Weird.
one of them on. And
Weird.
She's also pretty good with sword magic.
Yeah.
The problem is she doesn't have an open rune slot. Yeah, he's pretty good with sword magic, but otherwise, no. Meanwhile, this guy's like, what do you need?
Just
yeah, he's got like 40s in.
only average in lightning.
You gotta be able to resist the magic first.
I think the guy leading the training outside could probably teach you.
Ma'am. Oh, yeah, sword.
Yeah, the drill instructor.
Alright. What do you got to say? Holy Dash.
Meh.
Yeah, she just has
She
all
just
the
has all the
skills.
other ones.
But being a
Swing? He's got cheap swing.
but being an elf, clearly.
That's
okay.
not an elf thing. Also, do you really need to be moving around that much as an archer?
I don't know
No.
if swing works for bow though.
I
That's the
think
thing.
it does. But definitely all your people who are frontliners like Chris and Boris should have swing, like as high as they can get it.
I mean, he can't. He doesn't have a free slot.
God damn it, Boris. I mean,
Oh,
you could
right.
replace one of his other skills with it.
I don't know if I want to replace like repel.
Fuck armor protect.
Armor
Well, no,
protect
he's
is
accuracy
legitimately
in that.
good. It just increases the effectiveness of armor.
Then yeah, keep what you got.
Alright. Yeah, then just
But
rank
Chris,
up
I would suggest getting swing.
She has it. doesn't
She has it. She has like
Upgrading swing. She
Yeah.
can't upgrade it. God damn it.
No?
She doesn't have enough SP.
damage though.
Sure.
Roland. Actually, just up sharpshooting damage.
Yeah.
Frontline boy.
Yeah, you can get armor protect and damage up.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even plan it that way.
I would have suggested accuracy and damage, but hey, he's a frontliner.
Frontline boy.
Hello?
And
Hey, Argona, welcome.
hey,
Wizard
Hello.
Boy's gonna keep cranking up his water magic.
yeah. If he starts falling, we'll get some of the other stuff up. But
What if he was just really, really good with water magic? Alright. Enough dirtling. Let's continue.
I see we're a completely different character from.
oh hell yeah, it makes the music goofy too.
But can we talk to these other knights?
Thanks, Elliot.
Thanks, Elliot. Thanks, Alanis.
She actually knows what she's doing.
Yes, Alanis, unlike these other two chuckle fucks, knows what she's on about.
Whoosh.
power
I
stallion
adore
influences.
what this does to the music.
I kind of dig the music being this fast. Oh,
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Okay.
that just hurt.
And now we're on our Aura Battler Dunbine ass horse. Have we stopped at Chris's house yet?
Actually, I guess the unicorn.
We slept
We
at
looked
Chris's
around.
house?
I guess that's a yes then.
Yeah.
Did we go back afterwards, or?
Eh.
No. It's fine.
We're fine.
Yeah, right.
What could we possibly have missed?
I'm sure Hugo will drop something off in our absence.
Yeah, this is before he dropped it off.
That's what I mean.
What of the economy?
But what if
I wonder
part?
if that dead guy's still there.
Who knows?
Wonder if that guy's dead yet.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, she won't loot a body.
By the way, the horse-based combat. Also,
Well,
Mhm.
Salome doesn't have a
Salome,
horse.
who came in on a horse, doesn't have a horse.
He dismounts for combat. These knights mean business.
Yeah, okay. These guys know what they're doing.
They're actual knights. Heavily armored, heavily trained soldiers.
Alright. Now we saw combat. We won't be doing any combat in this forest again. We are
Unless you
massively
run
overloaded.
into the random super boss.
There is no random super boss in this forest.
There are random mini bosses actually in most
Right.
zones. There is one in the forest.
That's
What
right.
is it?
It's just Shiro.
Got it in
Yeah.
one.
Well, it's not
red.
just 4 trained soldiers. It's like 4 elite soldiers instead of a trained soldier, a hunter, and an Indian child.
Holy MILF.
Suffer not an elf. I understand you have one on your team.
Klong.
Jesus.
Ding!
So why couldn't I let this group go?
There are just too many of them. It might actually be the elf.
Wait, we can't let this group go?
No.
Whatever, they're dead. You actually got a lot more experience from that than I expected. And
It's pro-
skill points, too. Jesus.
It's probably literally just because Roland is level 19. Because he got like 190 experience from that.
Yeah. You also got like 17 skill points from that one fight. That was
That was alright.
surprising.
What are you doing? What level are you? Buddy. Yeah.
Nah.
The HP totals of this party are actually not that much higher.
I mean, they're all level 20-ish to start with, which certainly
Hugo
helps.
ended at level 25.
Yeah.
Because of 2 fights in the middle of some random plains.
Alright, Brass Castle, where nothing eventful will happen.
Where we'll run into Hugo.
How about
I
that?
assume.
Yeah. You're on a horse. When did you first see her on a horse?
I think I'll be fine. Hello?
Hello?
A note that is the same thing he says when talking to Hugo. I remember that distinctly. This is all
And here we are
auto-progressing,
again.
just like the original version of this cutscene.
Yep.
I appreciate you also don't see what happened in this. Oh, okay. And back to I have thin buns. I want to
God damn
remind
it, Lulu.
I want to remind
The
you.
other half of Lulu, please.
Yeah, I want to remind you that Lulu literally like learned this word the day before. Is actually a good interpretation of why people do a racism sometimes of just heard somebody else use that word and just all right, yeah, this is what we call them, I guess. And just didn't even think, no, like literally nobody at any point just says, don't fucking say that, Lulu, just fucking knock it off.
Got places to be. I believe our dialogue choice in that scene carried over.
Yes. The game is smart.
Yeah, neat.
Since, now we're seeing this scene from the other side.
All right, and here's the line. Yeah, and then just showing like, hey, be careful.
Yep. Yeah, I really do appreciate that they had him after the initial huge dick moment pause to give a parting word.
He came from Elfland, where only 18 years ago there was huge racism happening. He is familiar with racism.
Maybe ease up a little. Roland does not believe in easing up. Last I checked, this was not even Fantasy Minnesota. Lewis, don't say that to your knight. We'll give him a pass on this one because he's a kid.
I'm interested in books.
But what books?
You don't have time to be reading. We probably have a couple hours here
Oh.
before we have to head out again. I get the feeling Lewis got shunted into squirehood sort of by default.
I was drinking a lot of Japanese seicho recently.
Hmm?
Tea.
Never really got into tea.
Nor I.
I'm doing it at work because less caffeine than coffee.
Why would you ever want that?
Because I drink too much caffeine.
I think you don't drink enough caffeine.
Today, there were certain times where I was drinking so much caffeine that my eyes started twitching.
Alright, well, maybe that's marginally too much.
The
That'd be a bit too
Bujutsu
much.
trainer is to the right, by the way.
I'm sorry, the what now?
Bujutsu?
Kung Fu. The fight train.
That's what it says right
That's literally
there.
what it's called.
Yeah, Bujutsu. And yeah, I have also been there, but
I'm sorry, the trainer. I apologize for using crazy words.
in fairness, my solution to that is to drink less coffee and take more amphetamines, so, you know.
Or you can be like me and just don't drink caffeine.
No.
Hello, warehouse person. Where have you been?
Mm-hmm.
Please take my candles.
No.
Gotta hold on to those. But take this medicine C.
You never know when that'll come in handy.
Yeah, and this just pops out right by the entrance, so
I mean, I don't know what they want me to do right now.
I guess you just keep going forward.
Well, no,
I
because
have
we're
no
supposed to
idea.
be like, spending the night.
Oh,
But-
I guess you probably have a spot in town that you actually...
Oh, we're supposed to see this cutscene. Huh, weird. The messenger's here?
Oh boy.
Dova.
Oh man, this guy's establishing dominance early. I like him. Boris, please don't argue with this man. Alligator. Alligator man.
It's a fucking title.
Those
That is
those
a
are some
very-
extremely Chinese classical literature unit names.
As somebody who read Romance of Three Kingdoms, correct.
Mm-hmm. Well, we don't have one of those these days, but I'm the next best thing, so here we are. I get the feeling that Chris has got the most, well, this is happening face on right now.
She's definitely using her authority, and I think Dupa's just feeling her out.
God, this character portrait, though.
So
both these are decent.
Could we get a point of context there, please?
So here's what's going to happen. If you say, what is he saying? Salome will explain it. If you say, indeed, we will accept, Boris will go, I don't know what the hell is going on, and someone will explain it to him. At least I think that's how that goes.
Can we keep this Gator Man? This guy is the shit.
I really appreciate when they make characters that are assumed to be less intelligent, like lizard people or what have you, sharply intelligent like this.
This guy is fucking
Again,
rad.
I brought this up earlier in the session when we got a good look of Sergeant. I keep wanting to call him Sergeant Duck, Sergeant Joe. But I do really appreciate the lengths that Suikoden goes to just make their animal races literally just the animal, but human, as opposed to the human with bit of the animal.
Yeah, rather than be a human with a little bit of scales here or there, just denote them as not being normal.
Here is a lizard that's just has human level intelligence.
Yeah. And as Amigo Lupa said, Dupa didn't say, can't believe a girl like you is a captain. The first question he asked Chris was, so I hear there's this lady shit kicker in chief on your side in the last war. Was that you? And she's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And he departs after trolling Boris some more.
Weird that there were two messages.
God, I love Dupa. He's great.
He's so good.
3 has some fantastic characters. This guy. Oh man, wait, hold on. We gotta talk to this guy about his sword.
Good.
Yeah. Do you know bigger than 7? Yeah, you do.
You know it's bigger than 7.
Really?
You gotta get that sharpening in early and sharpening often.
The armor shop here, and here's a crazy thought, might have a rare cell.
Chris is being diplomatic about that last little exchange there.
Oh, hey, Meg's still here. God damn it, Meg. Can you just get in our party already?
Not
That
good.
Byakko chainmail.
Chainmail.
Or chainmail, yes.
I mean, you might have someone who could use it, but meh.
It is wild that New Helm is a rare find here. The thing that all of our units just come default with.
Sorry, Bell, not
excuse
Meg.
me. It's not Meg. Who's this Meg person you're talking about?
Meg, who was 16 in Suikoden 2?
Yeah.
Suikoden 2?
Yeah, who
It's been 15 years. At least, I think.
may or may not have had a kid.
Yeah.
There are many kids of characters in this game.
We've met at least one. All right, talk to Mr. Johnny Lunchbox Man over there. He continues to be the best NPC.
Bring home the bacon, so to speak.
Don't be absurd, Red Eye Flight. Gadget didn't have a kid. Gadget got upgraded. Into.
We'll see.
I was about to make an idiot joke, and then I realized that idiot joke might not be a joke.
I think he's here. Commerce occurs on this bridge.
Yes, yeah, there's a guy down here who commerces. So, I was gonna say, like, Shin Gadget Robo, or, like...
Thank you for your business.
Or, like, Gadget Z, or Great Gadget, or something of the sort.
Neo Gadget Robo.
Gadget Robo Go!
G Gadget.
G Gadget. Sir.
I know Asia exists in this game. We know that Persia and China exist.
What?
Yeah. In the second game, there are commodities that are China and Persian lamp.
This. So China is just a porcelain thing. And...
Oh, goody.
Racism will continue to be casual.
The racism will continue until morale improves.
Yeah, Persia is the land of the cat people.
Isn't that Nanal?
Are there cat people in this series?
4.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
The kobolds
they whip ass. They whip fucking ass. That's right. How can I forget about the cats in 4?
The Nay-kobolds.
Yeah, the Nay-kobolds.
You forgot about the Nay-kobolds? That's the only good part of 4.
I completely forgot about the cat people in 4. Holy shit.
How could you, newbie?
I forgot about the one that's dressed up like a post boy.
Yeah, the guy with a hat on?
Yeah, there's the post boy cat. Oh, man.
Who's actually really good at murdering people.
We should play 4.
No.
Please, no. 4 is awful.
Let's put it the correct way. 4 is awful in comparison to the rest of the series. It's an okay game.
4 is awful compared to Beyond the Beyond.
Let's not say things we can't take back.
Yeah, let's...
Alright. That may be a slight overstatement.
4 doesn't give you a character that's worthless for the entire game, and then you decurse him and then he's still bad.
That's the main character.
The punishment rune is great.
It's the most aptly named of runes, that's for sure.
Alright, let me see this lizard business. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
This newsboy Cap.
Now,
Cool cat.
The Nay-kobolds are really good. I will say that for Suikoden.
No, he's actually very good at murder.
Okay. Now that we got distracted.
Yes.
God, how did I forget about the cat kobolds?
I have no idea.
I remembered the mermaids.
Yeah, the derps.
But I completely forgot about them. Yeah, by the end of like 5, there are so many animal races canonically in the series.
There's just a huge number of sort of.
There are, and I'm making up none of these. There are dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, the winged people. The winged people become more and more like animalistic as the series goes on. So there's dogs, the winged people, ducks, lizards, cats, mermaids, beavers,
squirrels.
Those are. I don't know if there's. Yeah, maybe they're not really like the same level because they like can't talk. Ma'am? These 3 definitely unique characters, or these 4 definitely unique characters, and then this Mima, this babushka in the background here. Okay, I gotta see this other cat that I'm clearly forgetting. Oh my god.
Her last name really is Lightfellow.
Every time.
Every goddamn time.
I love how verbal he is, and I hope that's how all the lizard people are, and I just forgot it.
I think he's like this. I don't remember how they all are, though.
Peach. Beecham just calling them out, just like, weird that us, the
Not
leaders of
is
the
yeah.
grasslands, are here, but the Zexan leaders aren't here. Weird that one.
Well, the lizard leader is not here, actually. He's through a representative, which is Dupa.
Zexan room. I don't remember Zexan room.
It might come up later.
Oh. Yeah. There's some real Meemaw energy from this character.
Yeah, Sana's got some sway.
Some poise.
Please do not try to explain Parliament to Dupa.
Dupa probably, actually, I still think Dupa understands a lot more than he's letting on. The one behind Dupa, not so much.
Boris, don't be a dick. I think I get it. She has a slimmer blade. It's more of like a dueling sword. Whereas Boris has a wider, like, one-handed.
He's using more closely to a broadsword. She's
Yeah.
using, I think, more of a fencing or backsword.
Yeah, like a dueling sword.
Yeah.
And they don't want to classify those as the same kind of sword, which they're not, but they're both one-handed swords.
I can't really see his, but it's not like a bastard sword, which would be a hand and a half. So yeah, his is definitely I think it's more of a broadsword. Also, his sword should be a little bit bigger than hers because he is about a half a head taller and probably about 40 pounds heavier.
Alright, so I'm going to ruin something for y'all. Take a good look at Roland's quiver here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just take that in.
Is there a problem?
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with it. I love blocky quiver.
Is it the amount of arrows he has in the quiver, which at closer inspection is 2?
No, they're like kind of on top of each other. I'd say there's about 5 in there, which is reasonable. An actual an actual quiver, to my understanding, doesn't have too many arrows in it. That way, you can draw them out quickly. If you have a lot of arrows, they will get caught on each other.
You have more than 5, though.
Probably. The proper use of pomp and circumstance in a phrase. Not Miram and Lanchit. I love those guys. Alright, see, game, you did this correctly the first time with Lulu, where it was a character that we had seen for a bit and could grow attached to. You can't make me feel bad for these other characters that we've literally never seen on screen.
Now is not the time to be talking about that. Yeah, Boris actually has the right if it is what happened to our sentries.
And we're about to get an answer.
And I'm back. I had no idea what keeps happening.
It's alright. Shit is going down.
So I see. Looks like that conference didn't work out then, huh?
Who's ready for war fights?
They work pretty differently.
They work
Is it me?
wildly differently.
Yeah, that sucks.
They work wildly differently as in every game, as we've discussed. And hopefully, unlike 2, as I've learned recently, they are less fake.
Oh,
And
no, these are pretty real.
these are pretty real, actually.
These are real.
If I remember correctly, through effort and over grinding, you can actually win every single war fight.
Yes. Except for maybe one of them, which I think just throws enough people at you that it's just unwinnable. But I could be wrong about that.
Alright. By the way, they throw you into this with absolutely no tutorial.
Not
Just
a huge
figure
fan
it
of that.
So, I don't even know how to explain this, but it's sort of a territorial control. You can move your own units, and they have a number of characters in them. They have skills, they have defend, they have move, which is also attack. And then there are units that you will fight against. Literally, you will move against them and fight. And then you actually just engage in normal combat.
Yeah, it's just you get into RPG fight.
Yeah. As per probably you could surmise the situation of this one, we're just trying to get away.
Yeah, we're fording up here. I'm not sure if we're trying to punch through or if we're trying to just hold tight.
There are a couple named characters out there.
Yep. You have Doompa.
If you fight them, bad things will happen.
What's the worst it could happen?
All right, so we get a little bit of storytelling here that I can't remember how to pronounce their name ever. The Karakaya?
The Karaya?
Karaya. The Karaya did not plan for this. This is all Lizardmen.
Incidentally, I cut out while you were busy enumerating the animal people. Did you get to the best animal people?
We talked about beavers, yes.
Good. The heavy metal beaver is a thing of beauty. I approve of Boris's moxie.
So, now we actually have our victory condition. Can you... Yes, okay, so Beecham, Lucia are here.
And they are very high level compared to everybody else.
Yeah, Doompa.
Doopa's a chufty boy. Not as chufty as some of the other people,
What are the stats
though.
on Beecham and Lucia?
We can't get the
this-
full stats, but we can see that they are
They're
like...
pretty durable.
Yeah, they're
compared
way
to
higher
Pariah
HP.
fighters. We could try and cut our way
Here's
to them,
Asba.
but the Great Dasba. Dasba the Beast. No, that's a character from Fire Emblem.
And then Shiba.
There's Sheba. I remember Sheba.
Shiba is gigantic. So yeah, if you do 1 billion hours of grinding before coming to this, you can wipe the people out.
I don't remember if you get rewards for taking out enemy units or not. It might just be you get like experience or something. I don't know. We'll find out as soon as we fight those guys to our immediate right.
Yeah, let's send these boys. And then once you're battle, it's very simple. You can either say attack, defend, or retreat, because you yourself can get attacked.
And these will play out, essentially.
That's an auto battle.
Yeah.
Oof, that commander is no joke. The field captain.
And I think this goes for 3 turns.
I think so, yes. You could run now, or you can just keep on going. Yeah, or until you knock out a leader, in which case you punch through.
Well, they're dead.
We loved them.
Cherg!
But yeah, this is interesting.
I don't hate it.
It's experimental, but it isn't interesting.
Exactly. It was them, I think, trying to make the war battles less fake, because let's be honest, hoo boy.
They were extremely fake.
They were rock, paper, scissors in the first one, and in the second one, they are fake.
I know the correct idea is probably to retreat,
Yeah,
but
well-
you should just let Dupa show what Dupa does.
I mean, I'm gonna hit retreat and see what happens. Yeah, attack while retreating. And here comes Dupa, who starts out berserked.
Berserked, yeah.
Yeah,
Ho, 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 ho.
Rip.
Dupa is big. What does defend do? It tells them all to defend.
You can try and time out the 3 rounds by fording up.
Exactly.
And while we could attempt to split somebody wide open, there's not a lot of point.
Safe retreat.
I think the way that you do this, if you're like trying to superpower through everything and show off your awesome skills, you get everyone up to that top right corner, and you just bottleneck there and slowly
That's what I
whittle the
figured,
enemy
yeah.
down.
Distractionary raid.
Not the worst idea.
It's not. As raid ball plays go.
Let's ride. Lewis, run.
This doesn't seem moral. It's war.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right, it's not. But you're way disadvantaged, and it's either die or distract the main forces.
The other thing is that the Lizard Clan did sort of attack during a peace conference.
We don't know why they did, but they did.
So that ship may have sailed already.
I wonder what will happen here.
Good things, I hope.
Yeah, attacking during a peace conference is kind of a war crime.
Just run them off.
Yeah. And here, Salome does actually show, like, okay, we're doing this, but, like, try not to actually kill anyone.
Because he understands what happens. If you burn the village, it's one thing. If you slaughter all the people there, it's just going to make this get even worse.
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
Then the Karians will be attempting to hunt down any Zexan they see. That is a good way to get Vinay Del Zexe torched if things go badly. I'm impressed that you said that with a straight face, Chris.
Newbie's also showing off how much you can do in this chapter with very little actual combat.
Mm-hmm.
I can't inspect it. I don't think there's a button to, like,
No
get
response.
off the
It's
horse.
just a corpse.
No, she's got to be on the horse for scenes.
Sure.
Remember, she was mounted when he got there. But this is...
Specifically what Salome said not to do.
Yes.
Kill people.
And
damn it,
from what
Boris.
we know, Boris, Percival, and Salome aren't quite this unhinged. Or this fast.
Percival isn't in this party.
Right.
Roland.
Roland. Jimba's old friend. But boss?
And now we know why Chris did that. She was not in the right mind.
She also didn't hear him coming and was more of a reflex.
Yeah.
Well, yes, more to the point, she was very focused on this other thing.
Yeah. She was not in the right mind at the time and just went off reflex. Instead
Although,
of going,
to be
oh
fair,
shit, that's a kid.
I mean,
Yeah,
the alternative
Lulu
was
did
getting
jump
stabbed
her.
in the neck, so...
I'm not thrilled that she killed him, but
Oh, no.
he did attack.
Yeah.
Granted, she attacked first by blowing up, raiding the village, but yeah, I know. It war as hell.
Or is
Are-
hell.
So, are we sure about that?
What?
Do we think those knights, like, killed this many people in the 5 minutes they were gone?
I mean, who knows?
But I'm more referring to that she did order this village be raided.
Oh, yeah,
so.
to be burned. That's true. I assume the duel is going to be in cutscene mode on this side on account of it already
Well, we'll
happened
find
from the
out.
other side.
I actually have no idea.
Because, like, how would it happen if we lose it on this side, too?
It'd be hysterical.
Yeah, see, that's why, like, shit. Oh, okay, so I just think the duel does not occur.
You pick the dual option on your route. If you had said the other thing rather than "I'll never forgive you" or whatever, you would have this conversation. Wrong word to use there.
Time to book it, Lewis.
You can put Roland in the back of a group, and he'll be further away from the enemy. Jesus Christ, Chris.
Auto parry! Look, she came by her position honestly. Well, as honestly as you can via Klingon promotion.
Hey, Chris,
How fast he goes.
she's fine. She's fine.
She really is.
Rolling, please.
This Karaya fighter's got the moves. Not that many
Not
moves,
anymore, he
though.
doesn't. By the way, I'd like to focus everyone's attention to, well, I can't see it now, but Chris's horrible magic. Chris is terrible with using spells.
Chris is awful at magic.
She is a
Fortunately,
tank.
she casts sword.
Yes, she is a physical tank. That is what she does.
Well, the same cutscene.
Yeah, it was worth seeing. Actually, it did work.
Full defense.
Roland.
That's why the accuracy skill exists.
Yeah, we might need to boost his accuracy the next chance we
A
get.
little bit, maybe.
Is Roland's accuracy suffering?
Ooh, new chainmail.
He missed twice in 2 fights.
Not a good look, I admit.
Oh my god, I need to get out of this village.
Oops.
This infuriates me. That... Okay, I was gonna say, that can't be the end of her chapter.
Nope. One way or another. Should have planned for a tradering.
There are dishes in the background?
Yeah, that's been nice.
Yeah, my roommate. I like the over-the-shoulder look that Boris is getting there.
But if you would.
Oh, hang on, yeah. Better?
Yes. Well.
I would suggest you just mute your mic for a little bit.
Dang it.
I mean, I don't know when this came out, precisely. But,
2000, I think.
Alright, yeah, it's pretty early in the PS2 life cycle. Animation's pretty good for that.
Yeah, like I said, they do work with the models. It's not quite up to Suikoden 2's, but...
Except, consistently, the run cycles are
The
always
run
a bit
cycle
goofy.
is awkward.
This was
2002. Japan, July 11th, 2002. North America, October 24th, 2002. And in the European Union, June 23rd, 2015.
Seriously?
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, they did
What?
not get a lot of the Suikoden games.
That was probably like one of the ports, I'm guessing.
Yep. Your magic.
This guy is fight.
This
Yes.
is fight.
No. Only Chris is in party right now. Just gonna see if I can up Roland's accuracy.
And yeah, Suikoden 5, because the camera was much more zoomed out most of the time, the models were actually generally less detailed. They did more with them, so that, like, in the scenes where you did get close-ups, characters like the Prince and Leon had a lot more, like, refined articulation, because the game came out much closer to the end of the PS2's life cycle. But the models were not nearly as detailed most of the time.
I
Pretty
did
much
notice
it's
that.
just Prince Frey?
Frey or Farouche, those are the two names I've seen given as quasi-canon for him.
I remember he has a longer one compared to a lot of the Suikoden main characters.
Which is usually shortened to Frey.
Yeah, the Prince of Felena.
But everyone would just call him Prince because
Yeah.
then they don't have to worry about what his actual name is that you've given him.
Plus, he has a convenient title that people would naturally call him even in English.
Hey, teacher. There's a really good bit with one of the characters in Three Houses where they go, like, after events, you go, well, I guess I can't really call you teacher anymore, so, hey, I can't do it, I'm just gonna keep calling you teacher.
Yep. Seems fair.
I do want to look up at some point what the different ways that some of the people refer to the main character in Japanese are, what different honorifics or whatever they use, because some of them change over the course of the stuff, so I'm curious if it's more of a formal thing or something else that they say.
Am I supposed to go to the mess hall?
I think so, which is to the, yeah, right over there.
Also, word number, you say greetings, Professor. I repeatedly tried to call one of my supervisors John and failed. I could not call him Professor Price.
When I started up the job I have now, which was many, many years ago, one of the people I was working with was actually my guidance counselor from high school.
Amazing.
Which was one of those, her name is Cheryl, and I said, "Hello, Mrs. Brown, how are you doing?" She said, "You can call me Cheryl." That's never going to happen, and I want you to know that right now.
I had to go to the other knights' quarters
Yeah. Gotcha.
to meet with the other knights.
And Boris is getting the 3rd degree.
Jesus, you're a tall person, Roland.
He's elf.
Not all elves are tall, though.
Are you sure about that?
He's wearing platform shoes. But
There we
it
go.
looks like... And yeah, Katsura Hoshino has some problems as the director of the Persona series. But,
Yep. I mean, apparently he's off the series now, so that's good.
Wait, hold on. I stepped away. Whom?
Katsura Hoshino.
The person in charge of Persona, who is kind of a
yes.
shitheel.
Kind of a shitheel, yep.
And we're not going to go into it much more than that. But all you need to know is bad person.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I need to post the video Resonant Dark did where they got in touch with Yoshitaka Murayama because he... If you guys haven't watched that video yet, it's an interesting thing because it's really neat to see where Suikoden 2 came from, or just Suikoden in general.
The biggest revelation after watching a lot of Loon stuff, and then watching that video of him going, "Yeah, actually, I made the games easy on purpose.
Yep.
I want people to see my stories." And then like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's a shame
There's still
because
some parts that are difficult, but for
Yeah.
the most part, it's pretty simple.
It's not meant to bust your balls.
It's a shame because, especially 2 has so much that you can do with the system that it never actually asks you to.
Right. I think this may be the most frank we've seen this guy be. Oh, thank Christ, I don't have to go back to the city.
He probably prefers it out in the open, so makes
Yep.
sense.
And yeah, it's interesting. The models are pretty stiff here, but like it was fairly easy to interpret something in like the diction and the body language Boris used while leaving that scene.
It's the level of detail that, and I think this is a good analogy, that Suikoden 1 had. Jumping from 2 to 3, it feels like a bit of a downgrade just because of how expressive
Incredibly
2 was.
detailed 2 was, yeah.
But if you went from 1 to this, it would feel like an improvement.
Yeah. But like the scene immediately after we got back from the ambush was a really good example of how they were trying real hard to make it up with direction. Where like Boris is punctuating his lines by ramming his gauntlet into the wall, and Salome is looking over his shoulder at him, which is something that you could probably convey from certain angles in Suikoden 2, but like the ability to use camera angles is definitely something that's sort of locked to 3D. Oh yeah, Leo does have custom-made spiky shoulder pads.
Oh my god, he does. He
Of course
probably
he
does
does.
like shoulder charges. Like, he probably had them custom made because he gets in close and does shoulder charges and that kind of stuff what with using like an axe sort of weapon, which is something that you might do that with to an extent. So
I mean, you could do that with a sword as well. It's just more that he's a bigger guy, and it makes sense for him to be able to do a shoulder
exactly.
charge.
This man wishes to disincentivize gripping him.
If you've got a weight advantage, you use it.
Yep. Oh yeah, there's a reason I was really excited when Newbie said he was doing 3. Like, there's a lot to like about 3. Some things don't work. Some things are kind of overambitious. But for the most part, it kind of coheres.
My biggest complaint with 3 is I think the combat system is actually a downgrade, big time.
Right. Because it's much slower.
It's that it's slower. Yes, I'll agree on that.
It's slower, and it just doesn't flow as good as it did in the old games, which I think you could still pull off in a 3D game, but like we saw, like everybody runs up to each other and then they stop and then they swing.
Yeah, it doesn't have that like continuous smooth fluidity that
exactly.
I think I would like 3 more if it had a chance to get the next generation of it. Like, and if they had taken the combat system in 3 and refined it into 4, I would like it a lot more. But we never really see them try to refine it.
Right, because 4's combat system was basically a straight step back in all regards.
4's combat system was pretty much just regular RPG fighting.
Yeah,
it's even a step back more so because if I remember right, 4 has 4-man parties
and no ranks.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah,
I think you are 100% right. And then 5, and this is why I was really excited for 5. 5 is just back to the
2 setup.
Yeah, the 2 setup,
which is
And it's
fine,
good.
but it's not a refinement on what 3 did. And I mean, so the other thing is, incidentally, this actually gets back to one of the things that we were talking about right at the beginning, where we talked about how the True Runes choose their wielders. One wonders, so like, given that the runes are sort of independently sentient to some degree, did the Rune of Punishment choose its bearers because they felt they merited punishment, or what?
Oh, you're trying to go back to Venedel's Exe, even though they said they didn't want to go back.
Okay.
At least I believe that's what you're supposed to be doing right now.
The rune decided
It might be you
was
need to
punishment
take a
the
nap
entire-
again.
Yeah, that's why I was going upstairs. Before
But
I
you
went,
can just try to go.
going upstairs is faster.
Yeah.
We're closer to that. And if I go all the way out, then I have to run all the way back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Check upstairs, and then after that, probably just try to leave.
One has problems with forced party stuff, and that's why 2 lets you have the convoy.
The Rune of Punishment is angry at being stuck in the ocean. I'd be angry too if I were in Suikoden 4.
Alright.
Which is, again,
Good
kind of
call.
a shame. Because the island nations people you get from Suikoden 5 are actually pretty great.
They're some of the best people in that whole game, and that game has a great cast of characters.
Mm-hmm.
I think we discussed this in the first session, but one of the major failings of 4 is that it tried to distance itself from the rest of the series too much, and that's what makes the series so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Is seeing all the connected stuff.
Yeah, like
Suikoden 4, with not going into spoilers because I won't go into spoilers because there are other stuff going on, but for all intents and purposes has 1 true rune in it. That's it.
Yep. No, that's not true, actually. There's 2.
Without going into spoilers.
Yeah.
For all
But
intents and purposes,
that
has
that
1
said,
true rune.
Suikoden Tactics does use the same setting, and it does use it for the better. Because, like, Suikoden Tactics is
there we go.
actually a cool game.
What is it, Tetricus or whatever?
No,
that's
it's
the weird alternate universe one.
Tierkris. And yeah,
It's just called
Tactics
Suikoden Tactics.
Yeah, it was called something else in Japanese, but it is literally just a straight sequel to Suikoden 4 that deals with the disposition of the rune cannons.
And it was actually very good.
Yeah, it was. It was great. and it just had its own main character dealing with his own emotional bullshit plus, fishmen.
Actually, if we did that in emulators, 4 might be way more bearable because I can just speed up boat travel.
We can speed it up, but yes. Also, Tierkris had the really weird hyper speed voice lines, which I did not understand in the slightest, and kind of made the whole thing hard to deal with on the right terms, I guess.
Yep.
Because, 4 didn't endear itself to me because of a whole bunch of random crap, but, I could still at least take the voice acting and the setting seriously, even if, for example, fuck you, Snow is always the correct decision.
Oh, there's Roland.
Oh, hi. I don't know how to say this, but...
Oh, he probably knows, considering the fact that that was 18 years ago.
Yeah.
But then also
That's
consider
not the
fact-
home of all the elves.
It's true. There are, for example, elves in Sulfolena. Admittedly, that's before Suikoden 1, but, fuck you, Snow is absolutely always the right move. Never get the proper ending to Suikoden 4, because that would require not saying fuck you, Snow.
Maybe grab that stuff, the plant there? If it was bigger, rather.
Nah, it's fine. We'll leave it for the next
All right.
person.
Oh, they changed.
Hey, upgrades!
I'm sure I can auto this. I'm sure I won't die horribly.
Bop.
Still funny.
Yep. And no fucks were given that day.
That shows just how much durability Boris has because of his armor upgrades.
Both of them have, they're both frontliners. Well,
Jesus. I see
Yeah,
we're doing
you-
this again.
time to see if any skills are required.
I don't think so.
Nope. Nope. Lewis is here.
Lewis is always here.
I think you can... I want to say you can do things to upgrade the companion support skills.
I don't know about that one.
I don't think there's an active trainer. If they level, they'll be leveling
Wait, what level did Chris hit?
24.
24.
Yeah, okay. I'm curious if there's any other enemies in this region before you get to the end.
I guess we're flying down.
Ah.
Hi,
Fred?
Fred.
God damn it, it actually is Fred.
Yet another knight and squire duo. God damn it, Fred.
I was taking a drink.
You were not prepared for,
Not prepared
Yes.
for it. If we rest for even a moment.
Fred,
fucking
can you please
Maximilian.
just join our army right now? Please, please, please. Just join.
I'm not sure he'd be down for that. I kind of want him to be blocking a bridge and we have to duel him. Oh god. Oh no.
Fred, wait, what is...
What?
Is descendant.
I want to just call him Max... Does Maximilian have a first name?
If he does, we don't know it.
Yeah. But he fucks.
Oh, yeah.
30 to 40 years ago. Or more. Let's be real. Maximilian is correct, because he was Maximum Maximilian.
Just says Maximilian.
Peak Maximilian.
Yeah, have you seen Max give a thumbs up? That's a guy who fucks.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason I post that art every time we bring him up. Oh no, Chris, no, please don't take them seriously.
Is the lady from 5 related to these two, as in, like, blood related? Fred and Max?
I don't know.
That'd be a good 20 years before this, but it very well may be.
I don't know. I literally don't know what character you're referring to.
Isabel?
Is it Isabel Maximilian?
She's a part of the Maximilian Knights. I don't know if she's blood related to these two, though. Yeah, she's got her buddy who tries to deposit the bodies of anyone.
In the nearest body of water, yes.
Yeah, their loathsome corpse in the nearest body of water. God, that guy got some leverage just for being a one-note unit.
Mm-hmm. It's a good joke.
Seriously, Fred, just stay.
We cannot rest for even an instant. I hope we're tracking him down for like the rest of the game.
Probably.
Just wandering in and out of cutscenes. The Lostest Knight. The Hunter of Big Dave.
Yeah, not going into it too much, but Fred is one of the shield people, and he is a very good tank.
No, just by having a shield.
One more combat. One more fight. Come on.
You got it, Chief.
There's a rabbit, too. Those are worth millions of experience.
I'm gonna Phoenix that rabbit. I'm gonna sort up. That's a noise.
That is a noise that I ask that you never do again.
Destroy. No, apparently not.
No, it's
No,
dead.
she didn't. It's dead.
That's just crispy. Oh no.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, it's so like in Suikoden 2, this animation will already long be over.
Did you want magic on Chris? Too bad.
Waluigi time.
Well,
Now if
Gotta
you
check
her
those skills.
she picked up heavy damage.
nice. Big damage.
What is Boris's fighting game? I ask, knowing I'll probably regret asking.
So, people are curious what Chris's style is like compared to the other two main characters. She's the middle ground tank. She's just good at a lot of stuff, but she's not going to get to as ridiculous levels as, like, Hugo will, who eventually becomes this amazing dodge tank.
Well, yeah, but like they're different play styles. She's heavy armor.
Yeah, she just wanders in, and she's her skill set. She's never going to be like S double plus rank at a bunch of stuff like Hugo can reach in a couple things, but she's just good across the board.
And for as far as like her skill set and everything else goes, well, just wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have not yet begun to game.
I mean, right now she's doing just fine.
The city's run by assholes.
Yes, yes.
Boris, no. Boing.
I see we're back to this.
The town's too big.
We should stop by home this time.
Oh yeah, this time.
We've got a delivery to take.
So now that I've looked into it a little bit, it's been suggested in several locations that chanting volume, which is what Sergeant Joe picked up at level 25, really should have been magic repel, because he can't learn magic repel normally.
Huh.
So it was just a goof. He should have gotten something else.
We can drop it, right?
No,
Nope, it's a fixed
it's
skill.
an innate skill.
God damn it.
So I stayed in house and nothing.
Nothing.
You're probably
Oh, well.
supposed to go make a official talk.
I'm very good at smelling things.
No new dialogue from these clowns. I can find my way around City Hall, Chief.
What?
There's a whatchamacallit chapel.
But we're meeting with the council. Why did we go to a fucking church?
There's one in-house, and she's being put on ice here, apparently.
I forgot you said Balderdash.
Balderdash.
Poppycock.
It also might have been a thing where she was told she's going to be waiting. She said, fine, just take me to the chapel so I can wait there.
Oh!
Oh. Emulators, people. They're not gonna be perfect.
They're not perfect.
I mean, this one has been surprising. Oh, yeah. Why is this happening?
Is it because of the speed up you've got?
I don't have the speed up on right now.
Is it because of the speed
there-
up you totally
there's,
have on
There's supposed
right
to
now?
be a filter on that scene, is the
Yeah.
thing.
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably the black and white filter or something it looked like.
And the black and white filter is glitching straight the fuck.
Oh, it's probably doing some overlay stuff like this, and
Yeah.
that's not working at all. Oh.
Yeah, so this is a flashback to that thing, and so it's glitching out the black and white filter that's supposed to be laying over it.
Yeah.
If we can figure out how to turn that off, it would be preferable, I think, just because.
Vinay? I don't think this emulator has that fidelity.
Damn.
Because
Because I know the LP did run into similar issues, which is why it immediately came to mind.
I think we will live with whenever that comes up.
Fair enough.
Because it has come up once in the last 6 hours.
It may come up again.
I mean, fucking, if it does, we will deal.
Well, you could do with some more Gothic Necklord up in this game, I admit, but I guess Loon must have gotten.
No.
I guess not yet. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear absorbed in thought in anybody's voice except Sigmeyer's. Haha, you jest.
Actually, the black and white better simulates trying to remember a memory because it's not clear, it's sort of muddled.
Get out.
It's accurate.
Well, there we have it. It is Dunan.
So it's good. It's all right. It's a pretty good day.
Lewis knows where this is going. Vroom.
Man, please, you know I don't drink.
I'll be good.
I'm too white bread to drink.
I get the feeling he was probably planning on getting completely soused tonight. You know, if he wasn't getting immediately ordered out in the morning.
Man, a child came and dropped something off for you and then demanded all of our money.
Didn't we demand a hot meal instead?
I think I just said, nah, it's all right.
All right, fair enough.
I think I did in the canonical way.
Right. I would have contacted you sooner, except the council are assholes. Yes, I'm a butler. I'm on call pretty much 24/7. I do appreciate the clanking sound effects anytime she moves.
Well,
She is wearing full plate. Why do I get the feeling that she's going to brandish that and then transform into her superhero armor?
Why do I feel like she's gonna brandish that and summon the devil?
You
6
might
of
be
one,
right.
half a dozen of the other.
Yeah, summon Jack Frost.
Just henching into Devilman Lady.
Jack Frost or Black Frost?
Yes.
That's right, King
Yeah.
Frost.
What about Frost Ace? Oh, thanks, Mr. Butler. I didn't need to sleep tonight.
Oh,
That's the end of chapter 1, Chris. Next time, the best character. We
You
can watch
show
the preview.
we can watch
Yeah, the
the
preview.
preview for third.
Waiting for Godot, indeed.
Yeah, these pre-renders. Like you can immediately tell once you play the game for a little bit that these are all pre-rendered.
Which you can get away with when you're not actually moving the characters, or rather, the player doesn't have actual control.
Yeah. Not a lot of combat in Chris's chapter.
There's a lot of combat you can get into if you want, but meh.
I'm sure this will never be important again.
Never important.
Eagle-eyed viewers will be able to.
Good stuff.
Man, those are some cheekbones on Godot's portrait.
Make a third save for our third character. Big Dave. Next time. Godot.
This guy.